For every hated black actor in Hollywood, there is one that audiences can't get enough of. Starting with Denzel Washington. In an industry full of egos and manufactured personas, Denzel stood out because he was authentic, talented, consistent, and commanding in every role. He became one of the most respected actors in cinema history. An actor who made you believe every character he played, from corrupt cops to inspiring leaders. On the surface, Denzel Washington was Hollywood royalty, 2 Oscars, multiple nominations, and a career spanning decades that proved his range. What made him compelling wasn't just the talent, but the way he chose his roles. Everything Denzel did was intentional, powerful, and memorable. In a brutal industry where loyalty meant nothing, Denzel valued craft and respect. He elevated every project he touched, demanded excellence from himself, and inspired a generation of actors. That consistency made him legendary. Denzel didn't need flashy PR stunts or social media presence. His work spoke volumes. When he did show emotion on screen, like in Training Day when he delivers that iconic King Kong ain't got nothing on me scene, you felt it. In Glory, where he plays a runaway slave turned Union soldier, you see the pain and pride that fueled his performance. Denzel wasn't just acting, he was bringing truth to stories that mattered. That commitment made him human and gave weight to his choices. For many, Denzel Washington remains one of the most beloved actors ever put on screen. Talented, dignified, powerful, and real, he embodied everything that made Hollywood better. But while Denzel earned respect through excellence and authenticity, actors like Jussie Smollett made their mark in a very different way. Jussie Smollett was introduced to mainstream audiences through Empire, playing Jamal Lyon, a talented singer navigating his identity and family drama. The show was a hit, and Jussie's character resonated with viewers. He seemed to be on an upward trajectory in Hollywood, but everything changed in January 2019. Jussie reported to Chicago police that he was the victim of a hate crime involving 2 individuals who targeted him with offensive language and intimidating actions. The story spread across every news outlet. Celebrities and politicians voiced their support, but then the investigation shifted. Police claimed the incident was staged, that Jussie had paid 2 brothers to carry it out. He was arrested and charged with filing a false police report. The case went to trial in 2021, and Jussie was found guilty on 5 counts of disorderly conduct. He maintained his innocence throughout. For audiences, the situation made Jussie one of the most controversial figures in entertainment. Whether you believe his account or the court's verdict, the damage to his career was done. He went from a rising star to someone Hollywood distanced itself from. The trust was broken, and in an industry built on image, that's hard to recover from. But next, let's move to someone who built a career on being genuine and hilarious, Kevin Hart. Kevin isn't just a comedian, he became a cultural force. He first broke through doing stand-up, grinding through small clubs and building a following through raw energy and relatable humor. His specials like Laugh at My Pain and Let Me Explain turned him into one of the biggest names in comedy. Kevin's style is simple. He talks about his life, his height, his kids, his insecurities, and makes you laugh at things everyone deals with. He's loud, physical, and doesn't hold back. That authenticity made him relatable. From there, Kevin moved into movies. Ride Along, Central Intelligence, Jumanji, he became a box office draw. He works constantly, produces content, builds brands, and stays visible. What audiences love about Kevin is his hustle and his transparency. He talks openly about his mistakes, his growth, and what it took to get where he is. He's not trying to be perfect. He's trying to connect. And that's why people keep showing up for him. Kevin Hart represents the idea that if you work hard enough and stay true to yourself, you can build something massive. This leads us to an actor who faced backlash not for what he did, but for what he said. Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is talented. His role as Lucius Lyon in Empire was central to the show's success. Before that, he earned an Oscar nomination for Hustle and Flow and appeared in major films like Iron Man and Crash. But Terrence became controversial because of his off-screen statements. He's known for promoting unconventional theories about mathematics and physics, claiming that 1 × 1 = 2, and challenging established science. He's talked about teriology in interviews, and while some find it interesting, many see it as pseudoscience. Then there's his personal history. He's faced multiple accusations of misconduct in relationships from former partners, with legal cases and restraining orders documented over the years. For audiences, these issues overshadow his talent. People struggle to separate the performances from the person, and when an actor repeatedly makes headlines for controversial behavior and statements, it becomes difficult to support their work. Terrence Howard remains divisive because the baggage is hard to ignore. Next up, we have an actress who turned trauma into triumph and became one of Hollywood's most powerful voices, Viola Davis. Viola Davis didn't come from privilege or connections. She grew up in poverty in Rhode Island, worked her way through Juilliard, and spent years doing theater before Hollywood took notice. Her breakout role came in Doubt, where she had one scene opposite Meryl Streep and earned an Oscar nomination. From there, Viola proved she could carry anything: The Help, Fences, How to Get Away with Murder. Each role showed a different side of her range. In Fences, playing opposite Denzel Washington, she delivered one of the most gut-wrenching performances in modern cinema. That role earned her an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, making her the first Black woman to achieve the triple crown of acting with an Oscar, Emmy, and Tony. What makes Viola beloved isn't just her talent, it's her honesty. She talks openly about colorism, ageism, and the lack of opportunities for Black women in Hollywood. She's called out the industry while still delivering performances that demand respect. Audiences love Viola because she earned every bit of her success and uses her platform to push for change. She's proof that excellence can't be ignored. But this brings us to someone whose actions made him one of the most hated figures in entertainment, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was once called America's Dad. The Cosby Show ran for 8 seasons and changed how Black families were portrayed on television. The Huxtables were educated, successful, and relatable. Bill's stand-up was clean, smart, and appealed to everyone. He was a cultural icon. Behind that image was something dark, however. Starting in the mid-2000s, women began coming forward with accusations that Bill Cosby had administered illegal substances to them and committed serious criminal acts. The number of accusers grew to over 60 women, with allegations spanning decades. In 2018, he was convicted of aggravated indecent criminal conduct and sentenced to prison. The conviction was later overturned on a technicality in 2021, but the damage was permanent. For audiences, Bill Cosby represents betrayal. He built a career on family values and morality while allegedly committing serious crimes in private. The contrast between his public image and his actions is what makes him so hated. People feel lied to, and that trust can never be rebuilt. Bill Cosby went from beloved icon to symbol of hypocrisy. Coming off that darkness, we move to someone who brought pure joy to the screen, Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman played kings and heroes. He portrayed Jackie Robinson in 42, James Brown in Get On Up, and Thurgood Marshall in Marshall. Each performance was layered, respectful, and powerful, but it was Black Panther that made him a global icon. Playing T'Challa, Chadwick gave audiences a superhero who was intelligent, noble, and rooted in African culture. Black Panther became a cultural movement, grossing over $1.3 billion worldwide and earning a Best Picture nomination. For many, especially Black children, seeing Chadwick as a superhero was transformative. What made his story even more remarkable was what we didn't know. While filming Black Panther, multiple Marvel films, and other projects, Chadwick was battling colon cancer. He never spoke about it publicly. He kept working, kept inspiring, and kept showing up. In August 2020, Chadwick passed away at 43. The world mourned. Audiences loved Chadwick because he gave everything to his craft and represented something bigger than himself. He showed dignity, strength, and grace until the very end. His legacy is permanent. Wakanda Forever isn't just a line from a movie. It's how people remember him. That's our pass through some of the most hated and most loved Black actors in Hollywood. These careers show how talent, choices, and character shape legacy. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into TV and cinema, and let me know in the comments. Do you agree with my picks? Who's missing? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.